Hey, what's up? Röxx here with Rock Rage Radio, sitting down with Robbie from Saving Vice. What's up, man?
Not much. Just staying busy. Doing a bunch of tour prep stuff because the grind just never stops with that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, you got the upcoming Unwanted Dead or Alive tour with Fight From Within. Tell me a little bit about kind of how that came about.
Yeah. We've been friends with Fight From Within for a few years now. We were actually supposed to tour with each other a few years back, and it just never quite worked out. And recently, a few months back in I think May of 2024, I just had a really deep conversation with Michael, their vocalist, and we just kind of talked about doing this tour that was kind of a middle finger to cancel culture, and we thought it'd be really funny to make a stab at it with kind of the name The Unwanted Dead or Alive Tour with all of our vocalists, faces on it.
Yeah.
That was just a really cool idea. Plus, like the Western, country cowboy stuff is super in right now too.
Yeah.
And we completely self-booked it, which was really crazy. I've never actually booked for Saving Vice before. We've always had, agents in the past that kind of handled that stuff. So this was the first tour where, most of the booking was between both of our bands.
That's awesome. Yeah, because that's generally what we do. So, welcome to
Right.
our world. It's definitely a hustle. Definitely takes a lot of work. So, kudos to you guys for doing that because
Yeah.
that's got to be hard, especially like the days, the beginning of the week, are very hard to book, as you know.
Yeah.
Now y'all recently released the new album, right?
Yep. In also May 31st, 2024, we dropped our album Good Days Dead Eyes. It's our sophomore album. And that album honestly had a lot of things that made it special. It was definitely probably one of our more personable like albums that we like, just material in general that we've had, talking a lot about our personal experiences, with past band members, a lot of the, just things that we've went through the past couple years. And what was really special to me about that album is that I completely self-produced it from the ground up.
Oh, wow.
With the producing, editing, mixing, and mastering. It's the first A-side material of Saving Vice that, I felt comfortable doing. For those who don't know, I'm a music producer, and that's what I primarily do, when I'm not touring and all that stuff. So it just kind of made sense. I felt like this was the time to step up and do it. And, I gave it everything I could, and I'm super proud of it.
Yeah, well, it sounds amazing. Like I've taken a listen front to back, and just oh my gosh, so many good songs. I think probably a favorite of mine was the one you sent me, and you'll have to forgive me if I pronounce it wrong, but Hog S R S Moriendi.
You got it right. Yep,
Did I?
that's how you
Okay,
pronounce it.
yay. That was awesome, and the video that went with that, just oh my gosh, Black Wolf Imaging is so good, and just always, I mean, he does all of y'all's work, right?
Yeah, in the I would say past year, Alex from Black Wolf Imaging, super talented. I forget how we even really ended up like meeting. I think we just had some friends, in other bands that worked with him. I really liked his stuff. I didn't realize how close he was. So I live in upstate New York, like Albany area, and he's down in New York City, so like fairly
Ah,
close. Yeah, and it just really clicked. He liked our music, and
cool.
yeah, his work's incredible. That song in particular, Hike S, seems to be the most popular on the album so far, based on like the reception we've got in the past few months. It's certainly one of my favorites too, and it kind of makes sense because our most famous song, as a lot of people know, is Hell Here, and this song was kind of the sequel to that. It's written in the same key. A lot of the lyrics, play off of that. And yeah, it's just a really unique, cool song. I personally wanted to call it "The Art of Dying," which is what "Hiecast Ars Moriendi" means. I believe it's Latin for "My Art of Dying." But
Yeah.
Tyler was super adamant about calling it that. Plus, it's kind of an old school metalcore type of thing. Like Asking
Oh yeah.
Alexandria has done stuff like
Yeah.
that. I'm pretty sure Bring Me has as well. Kind of those cool Latin names or whatever. So I trusted it. But yeah, that seems to be the only main issue with that song is people are like, the Latin one, I like that one. Like everyone's scared to pronounce it, but you got it right actually. So
Awesome.
good
Yeah, I
on you.
actually saw one of Tyler's posts the other day saying that y'all really hope that the crowd chants that on tour because the song starts out with the chanting of the Latin words.
Yeah,
So
no,
I
it's super
thought
sick. Yeah,
that would be epic. So I will at least for Houston, we'll try to start that for you guys.
hell yeah.
So now y'all are coming to Houston November 12th, going to be at Scout Bar.
Hmm.
And we got a couple of really awesome local bands opening for you guys, Kid Six and Figure Below. So that's going to be fun. At least we'll get to hang out again. So
Yeah,
and
I
this time
think
actually hang out.
I was gonna say the last time we were in Houston, there was just a lot going on. One of the support
Yeah.
bands we had with us on tour had some big, van issues or whatever. So I remember that show, and it was like raining, it was like downpouring. So I remember that one was a little rough. But I think this time around, it's so weird because like every time we go to Texas, there's always some drama or like something terrible happens. Like last year, we lost a bass member on tour. We've had van issues on previous tours. Like so, it always seems like Texas is our band's like Bermuda Triangle, where some shit always goes down. But I'm excited. I'm determined that this tour is we're finally gonna have a good time in Texas.
Yes.
Because we love the
Yes.
state. The food there is great. The scene is great. I know we're hitting Houston on a Tuesday, which is, traditionally kind of a tough day of the week to have a show. But you're right. We've got great local support. I believe, I could be wrong, I believe it's Fight From Within's first time in that market. And I think it's our second or third time in Houston. So, it should be a really fun show. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I just, of course, I'll be out there photographing, kind of hosting on behalf of Rock Rage Radio because kind of that's where I've been at lately. Just because I don't know if you heard, but there's this wildfire just south of Reno, so
No, I didn't hear about that.
skedaddle, but at least for now. But yeah, nah, it's gonna be a fun show for sure. I saw that you're an avid pumpkin spice guy, huh?
Yeah. Recently, I made a post about that. I had my first.
Yeah.
I've had more since then, but yeah, I had my first pumpkin
Nice.
spice of the season. No shame. I love that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I always get made fun of because I was like, "Oh, you're so basic for that." I'm like, "Well, I prefer the eggnog lattes if you want to know, but
Yeah, I'm up in the Northeast. I noticed you posted about Starbucks, but I'm a Dunkies boy for life. I don't know what it is, but like us in New England, we're weird folks with that stuff. And I have to say, after going on a few national runs, the Dunkin' Donuts in like the further you get away from New England, the more terrible it is. Like it's hard to explain, but like yeah, in New England, especially Massachusetts, Boston, they just get it right. It's like like I can't explain it, but it's like almost a letter grade better. And then like we'd have Dunkin's in like Texas or something like that, or on the West Coast, and it doesn't hit the same.
far and few they are here. But yeah, I can agree with that because I used to live up kind of Connecticut area at one point.
Okay.
We don't talk about that, but
Yeah.
So what are you guys looking forward to most on tour?
Well,
you got
it's
that big Vermont send-off show.
Yep,
And
that's really cool.
That's hitting like what, Halloween weekend, right?
Yeah, so actually that was funny you mentioned that. That was probably one of the harder aspects of booking this tour was because it's Rocktober. It's such a popular month to book shows, especially in our scene just because of Halloween. It's such an important holiday. And so booking around that was really tough. I think what we're most looking forward to, honestly, just the tour in general, just because like it's our first tour since like spring of 2023. So it's been like a year and a half basically since we've toured for a lot of different reasons. And so I think we're just excited to get back on the road. You know, tour, obviously there's a lot of fun elements, but it is serious. You know, it's a business kind of thing too. So, you know, going out there, you know, making our bread, playing the best shows we can. I'm super out of shape. I gotta, like, I didn't even clean shave for this interview, but, you know, getting myself back into touring shape is something that push I needed personally. And it's weird because I've been in the studio for so long, like working on Saving Vice, working on a lot of other clients' stuff, that, you know, my brain is in like recording mode and mixing and stuff. But the live aspect, right? Like getting our backtracks together, grabbing my live guitar, practicing on that. Like that's a lot of other musicians out there can relate. Like your live performance is so different. So shifting gears into that stuff, I'm looking forward to. And Fight From Within are really funny, cool guys. So I'm like really I've never actually met any of them in real life before. Yeah, so I'm really excited to hang out with them. You know, crack some jokes, pull pranks, all that fun stuff on tour. I think that's going to be really sweet. And also, we're hitting a lot of southern states during a fantastic time of year. I mean, we're talking October, November, right? Like, if we were to do a Houston date in June or July, we'd probably be super miserable. Right, exactly. And we've done that before. We've been down there during those kind of months, and it's been brutal. So being in Houston on November 12th should be at least a little bit more comfortable. So we're definitely excited for that. And you mentioned Stone Church. Yeah, so that's going to be kind of our hometown show. I actually grew up in Jamaica, Vermont, which is basically, it's Windham County, so it's near Brattleboro, which is where that show is taking place. So I'm really looking forward to it because a lot of my friends and family who over the years just for whatever reason didn't want to make that travel up to, you know, Burlington, Vermont, or to Worcester, Boston, like to those kinds of shows. Like now there's no excuse. Like there's one right there, 20 minutes away. We stacked it with really cool local bands. The band that our friend Lennon is managing, we put them on the bill. And Shallows are clients of mine. They're fantastic. They're from Keene. And Your Arms Are My Legs. They're good. I believe he plays guitar in that band. He's one of my studio clients too. So I gave them an opportunity. They're from Massachusetts. So I'm really looking forward to that one. That should be a really fun kickoff show for the tour.
Oh, definitely. And I, of course, can't wait to see all of the video footage, photos. That's going to be epic. Of course, you know, Rock Rage will be posting all of that for you guys. So you can check out the full tour flyer over there or on Saving Vice or Fight From Within's Facebook pages, websites. Make sure you grab tickets, though. That's the important thing, right? Because that's kind of how y'all get paid, right?
Yeah, pre-sales are, well, everyone gets paid. Yeah, pre-sales are really important. I do anticipate, I was talking with Michael about this the other day, I do anticipate some of these shows selling out, at least some of these shows, especially the Vermont one, just because these are like smaller cap type rooms. So for that reason, if you guys were thinking about coming out on this tour, I would definitely get pre-sales. Plus, it's cheaper to just buy pre-sales than buy at the door. So yeah, a lot of reasons to do that.
Oh, definitely. And also you can catch on not just my show on Rock Rage, but pretty much like a lot of our other DJ shows are going to be spinning Saving Vice and Fight From Within. So let's make sure you're tuning in, rockrageradio.com. Who knows? I think we might have to do a ticket giveaway at some point.
That would be killer.
If y'all are down.
Yeah, I'm down for that. I don't think we've ever done a ticket giveaway, like on at least on a radio type situation. So that'll be a new bucket list thing for us. That'll be really cool.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm Härlëy Röxx from Rock Rage Radio. Robbie from Saving Vice. You can catch them on the road. I can't wait to hang with you guys because, you know, we're going to have so much fun this time.
Yeah, it's been a while. I'm really excited too.
Hell yeah. So you can catch them on the road, and you can catch me, Lucky 13 with Härlëy Röxx, catch Saving Vice and Fight From Within every week of the tour on rockrageradio.com.